Hey friends, welcome into my Makeup Love office. Today we're going to talk about a topic that I get asked about a lot. It's not one that I personally deal with, so it's probably not something I talk about a lot or address, but I do have customers ask me about it, and that's dark circles under the eyes. Now, I obviously have some bagging under my eyes, some crepiness, it comes with age, but I don't have real dark circles. Now, a lot of times dark circles not only come with age, but they can be hereditary. So I even have young gals that deal with dark circles. And of course, dark circles also can appear when you haven't had enough rest. So let's talk about dark circles and what we can do to camouflage them. First thing I'm going to recommend is a good eye cream. Now this is one that I'm still using from Younique, from back in my Younique days. I haven't used it up and I'm not about to let it go to waste because it's great eye cream. But any good eye cream, you can find them. Every company has them. Celesty certainly has one. In fact, I use the hyperpigmentation eye cream at night and I love it. So grab yourself a good eye cream. And you're going to make sure you prep that under eye area with your eye cream. Now you're going to want to give it time to absorb before you go on to tackle any makeup. And I know that's one I am really guilty of not doing because I tend to get impatient. So we're going to make sure we get that whole under eye area covered. Give it a little bit of time to absorb. And then to combat the darkness, the blue purplish hues that you see in dark circles underneath the eyes, we want to combat that with a color that's the opposite on the color wheel. And that would be in the peachy, orange, corally, kinds of salmon colored range. So I happen to have that in my Contour Conceal Correct palette. I'm going to be using, this is the light to medium, and I'm going to be using this one right here because it's the closest to that color. And even though I don't have dark circles, I'm going to show you what to do with this. So I'm going to give this just another minute or two here to absorb completely. Grab a quick drink, talk about, I'm having a bad hair day, so Santa hat today. It is snowing here today in Central Ohio. Yesterday it rained. I got caught in the rain when I was walking dogs at the dog shelter. My hair, of course, went completely frizzy, and I didn't bother to do it last night after I took a shower. So we're just dealing with the massive, curls today. So I threw my Santa hat on. Hey, it's festive, right? All right, let's go ahead and let's grab that color now. I'm going to just use my finger. No, I take that back. I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to show you using a brush. A lot of people like to use your finger, and that's perfectly fine too. But I think I'm going to use a brush so I get a little bit more control. Plus my fingertips are really rough and dry. So that's probably not the ideal thing to use. Now, back in the old days, we used to do this like upside down triangle. I don't like that for a couple of reasons. First of all, you're putting it directly on the under eye area. For some ladies, that can be a problem because you got a lot of wrinkles and crepiness there. And if you're putting product over that, it may not look great. You can certainly still try the upside down triangle. And basically what you're doing is covering up that dark circle and then leading the eye away from it. We're also going to talk about drawing the eye up to the inner and outer corners of your eye with some highlighter to draw attention away from that area. But if you want to put it directly on that area, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to just gently tap on a very, very light layer. Okay, it's hard to even see, and I know I don't have dark circles, so that makes it hard too. And then I'm going to take a sponge. I'm going to get it damp with a little bit of setting spray. You can certainly use water. I just don't have water in my makeup room. So I'm going to dampen that sponge, and now I'm going to use that sponge, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to tap that color in. Okay. Like I say, I don't have dark circles, but you can see there, I've blended that in really well. And then what I would do is go ahead and use my regular foundation. I'm going to use my tinted moisturizer that I would normally use. Get a bit on my finger right there. I usually apply this with my finger. I'm going to use that same damp sponge today. And now I'm going to just go over that with my tinted moisturizer. Okay, less is more. Now, if you want to finish this off with a powder, if you like the setting powder to go over everything so that it stays put, make sure you use a really finely milled translucent powder. That is important, and make sure you use a really big, soft, fluffy brush. You want barely any powder at all on that area, just enough to do the job, not enough to really stick to where it's going to cake. In fact, I've dip, dip, dip. Now I'm going to tap off excess. Okay, and I'm going to barely put any powder on there. There we go. So if you do look at both eyes, you can see, and let me look in my mirror here, you can see that this eye does look better than this side. Even though I don't have dark circles, it has taken away some of the appearance of those lines and kind of redness underneath. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you, let me grab my brush again here. I'm going to use that same color. Let's do the other eye. And this time, I'm going to go right here on the inner corner and right here on the outer corner. I'm going to kind of highlight just those two areas and not go directly underneath. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get my sponge. It's nice and damp. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to tap that, blend that out. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to go in again with my tinted moisturizer. Going to go in and tap that in around that under eye area. Oh, lots of dry skin there. Whew. Okay, looking good. Now I'm going to go back in again, grab a little bit of powder, brush off the excess. Very minimal amount of powder. Okay, and there we go. So I know it's not dark circles, so it's kind of hard to see, but those are my two suggestions for dealing with that under eye area. So give these tips a try, see if it helps you out if you're struggling with dark circles. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a like and a share. As always, hit that bell so you know when I have a new video out. I appreciate you being here, everyone. Until next time, see ya.